The next season of Nitrotype, aka Nitrotype Season 47, will be called Summer Safari, and in this video we're going to be going over all the leaks so far we have about it. Starting off with a little bit of the numbers, it'll have 5 cars, 5 titles, 3 trails, 2 name tags, and the season will last about 90 days with an overall 25 tiers, which is pretty exciting. Sounds like a good bit of content, but this season also seems quite a bit longer than the previous seasons we've been getting. Maybe it's just so, like, because not as many people play over the summer, they're not putting as much effort into Nitrotype during the summer. I don't know, but this is a longer season in terms of the seasons we've seen so far. This car right here you're seeing on screen right now is called the Avian Arrow, and a lot of the cars in this season are actually quite like jungle animal themed. If you're not a big fan of that animal theme, you're not gonna like a lot of the cars in this season. I personally don't know how I feel about it yet, but this car in particular I think looks pretty good. It's described as like this Phoenix-esque car, and I think it looks pretty cool. You can see the beak in the front of it right here. You can see these like red fire flames and this overall like feathery overlapping design that I think makes it look pretty nice. I don't know how I feel about the overall animal theme for this season, but this design is pretty clean. I particularly like these birds like hidden into the wheel wells. That's just honestly like a kind of sick design. Next up right here, I believe we have the Expedition Explorer, and this is your pretty standard Jeep. It is a pretty long Jeep in terms of like the Nitrotype off-roading cars, but I don't think it's bad in any means. It's kind of just an expedition car, and that's all it is. I don't have any particular thoughts on it. The design is very clean, and like all this geometric design stuff we're getting in here does look very nice. In terms of like its idea though, its concept, I don't think it's particularly anything special, but I do think they did a very good job executing all the details with just this simple concept in mind. Next up, we have this car right here, which I believe is actually called the Feline Furry, I think, and it's like a tiger-esque car. This is crazy. Okay, name aside, this like looks like some type of fever dream design of a car. It looks really simplistic at first, but the more you look at it, the more you look at like these curves and like all this little like warping of the card here, and it's pretty crazy. Also, the back of it here reminds me of some like poisonous tree frog, and I think that's really cool. Like overall, this design looks simple like from far away, but when you look closer on it, the complexity really starts showing. And then next up right here, we have this car. I believe it's called the Swamp Speedster. Yes, it's called the Swamp Speedster. Honestly, like this design is really good. I'm not exactly sure about the texture they put on top of it, because this is like a really clean car design, like all the divots and like bumps in the car, but then I feel like it's kind of ruined by the scale design. I don't know. I think it doesn't look bad by any means, but I'm a little disappointed that this type of car body wasn't put into like a slicker, more traditional car paint job, because I think that would have been an absolutely sick car. I don't hate this either. I just feel like it would have done better with a not so animal themed design. I don't know about you guys. Leave your thoughts in the comments. And then finally, we have this car right here, which I believe will be called the Viper Velocity or the Viper Vortex. I'm not exactly sure. It's one of the two. And this car is so hectic. I love it. Honestly, this is crazy. Like we have like the head of the snake right here and like 2 eyes peeking out, but then like it also has that like Viper-esque tongue thing going on here with this design, but it's so boxy. This looks like it was something pulled out of like Power Rangers or something. Like it looks really cool, honestly. I could see people not liking it just because that design is so much, but I'm a big fan of those overcomplicated, crazy designs, and this definitely fits that look. It's a pretty hectic design, and that's what I like about it. One more thing, this will be rank 25 and will require gold, so I think this is the final rank car of the season. This car right here, the Swamp Speedster, will be a rank 11 car. This car right here is a gold car. I'm not exactly sure what its rank is though yet. And then we have the Expedition Explorer, which is the rank 2 car, so this is gonna be like the first car you're getting. And then this car right here, the Avian Arrow, is supposedly gonna be rank 21. I wouldn't be surprised if those ranks changed, but right now those are the ranks they should be at. And this is all the leaks we we have for the next season of Nitrotype. Right now, a lot of the other things like titles and trails, I guess, are still being finalized or something like that, so I can't talk about them, but this is all the leaks we have so far. And honestly, give your thoughts on this in the season. I don't know how much I'm vibing with the animal theme. I do think this car is really cool. This is probably my favorite, followed by this one. I just love these crazy designs. But again, leave your thoughts on it in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please consider hitting that like button, and if you want to see more Nitrotype content, make sure to subscribe. I'm sorry for the upload schedule recently. School's been a little hectic, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Sold out.